Good morning, children. Welcome to today's class. So, you know that in the last class, we have started with the lesson, the nervous system, is it not? Yes, we have studied how important this nervous system is. What are the uses of the nervous system? What are the parts of the nervous system? So, we are able to carry out the activities, daily activities in our life in our body because of this nervous system. So it controls and coordinates the activities in the nervous system. Okay, because of this nervous system only, we are able to carry out the activities. Sending and receiving of the messages takes place. And this is done through the three parts of the nervous system. That is the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves. Okay, and after that, it is not only because of the nervous system. Along with the nervous system, even the sense organs also work. Along with nervous system, sense organs also help to carry out the activities. So because of the sense organs only, we'll come to know most of the activities or what changes happening or what is undergoing in, surrounding us in the environment. So that is why we call this sense organs as windows to the world. Is it not? Okay, and we studied about the first organ, eyes, and how important it is and how the message will be carried, brought, and how we are able to see, how it captures, how we are able to see the object and identify it because of the optic nerves. So, and care of the eyes also you studied. So eyes are very important organ to us. So we have to take care of the eyes. And you studied the different parts of the eyes also. Cornea, iris, pupil, retina, these parts. Is it not? And what are the uses of this also you studied. Okay. Now we'll move to the second sense organ, that is ears. Okay. Second sense organ, ears. Yes. So you all know what is the use of the ears, is it not? So with the help of the ears, we are able to hear the sounds around us. We are able to hear the sounds around us. Okay, and this ear basically is made of three parts. So what are the different parts of the ear? First one is the outer ear. Okay. Second one is the middle ear. Second is the middle ear. And third one is the inner ear. So these are the three parts of the ear. So what are the parts? Outer ear, middle ear, inner ear. So this is the representation of the ear. Okay. So this one, what you see here, this part, what you see, okay, that is called the outer ear. This is called the outer ear. So for us also it is visible for us, is it not? So this part is what is this I have written. So this is the outer ear. Okay. So what is the use of this outer ear is whenever some sound is coming, so this outer ear, it is going to collect the sound. Sound will travel in the form of waves. So this outer ear, it is going to collect or gather the sound waves. Okay, so what is the use of this outer ear? It is going to collect or gather the sound waves. So something you are hearing, you will not be knowing what you are hearing before. Okay, so something you are hearing, so that collection of that sound waves is done by this outer ear. Okay, and then it through the tunnel like thing, tube like thing, whatever the sound is being heard, whatever the sound is collected, gathered, it is going to transfer into the middle ear here. Okay, so this part is called the middle ear. This is called the middle ear. Okay, so that ear, middle ear has eardrum. One part of that middle ear called eardrum. Okay, so middle ear has eardrum.
So when it collects the sound and it is transferred, so from that it is going to transfer to the middle ear and it reaches the eardrum. So this eardrum is very sensitive part of the ear. So once the sound falls on the eardrum starts vibrating. The eardrum starts vibrating, moving. Okay, so it starts vibrating. After that, the sound, whatever is being heard, it is going to pass to the third part of the ear. Okay, so this eardrum is made up of 3 small bones. This is made up of 3 small bones. So these 3 small bones are connected to the third part of the ear, inner ear. Inner ear, third part of the ear, inner ear. So these 3 small bones which eardrum is made up of is further connected to the inner ear. Okay. So when the eardrum vibrates, it moves, it passes the sound waves to the inner ear. So that takes that sound and then after this, it is going to pass that to the brain. It is going to pass that sound waves to the brain. So what is the work of the brain? It processes, it finds out what sound is that, what you are hearing. It processes. So again, from the brain, it is going to give through the, it is going to pass to the inner ear. From the inner ear, it passes to the eardrum, it reaches the middle ear, and then you are able to hear through this outer ear. So such a long process happens for a sound to be heard. Okay. So imagine how fast these nerves are working in our body. I said these nerves are hair-like structures, thin hair-like structures which are present. Now, as I am saying, the immediate second you are able to hear, is it not? It will not take time or you will not leave 1 hour or 30 minutes like that and after that you are able to hear. No. So, immediately after I finish saying, you are able to hear, is it not? So, imagine how fast these nerves are working in our body. So as I said, the outer ear is going to collect the sound waves through the tunnel-like thing. It passes to the middle ear where it has eardrum. So that eardrum is made up of small bones which is connected to the inner ear. That small bones are connected to the inner ear. So that will send the message to the brain. Brain will interpret what is that message and then says, oh, you are hearing this sound. Again, it passes to the inner ear. It reaches the eardrum. From then it reaches the middle ear. And then it comes to the outer ear. And you are able to hear what I am, or the sounds, what you are getting. Okay. So, such a long process happens in our ear. And it within a fraction of a second, you are able to hear. Okay. So, this is about the ear. Got it? So it not only helps to hear the sounds around us, it also maintains the balance of the body. So another function of that is it maintains the balance. The function of the ear, balance of our body. Okay? So this is about the ear. Understood, children? The diagram, parts of the ear. This is outer ear, this is inner ear which has eardrum. Sorry, this is middle ear which has eardrum, and this is the inner ear from which the message will be sent to the brain. Brain will process and get back to you what is the sound you are listening to. Got it? Understood? So this is about the ear, how the sense organ ear is working. Okay. And then one important thing, these dolphins have the best sense of hearing around animals. Their hearing is 14 times sharper than the human beings. So among all the animals, human beings, everybody, so the dolphins, you know, dolphin, is it not aquatic animal? So dolphins have the greater hearing sense. Okay, so human beings, as I said, immediately you can hear, I told no. So this dolphins have 40 times sharper than us, than human beings. Okay, so this aquatic animal, dolphin. Okay, so this is one fact which is about the dolphin. So it has greater hearing sense, you can say. Okay, yes, so this is about the ears. Then you all know that the ear is an important sense organ. We have to take care of the ears, is it not? So some people, what they do, so suppose you want to clean the dust in your ears. So some people have a habit of putting the sharp objects into the ear, like the pencil it might be, or the matchsticks it might be, or stick it might be, or the safety pins which you put for the clothes. That, so some people, they have they turn and take out the dust from that. So as I said, this eardrum is very, very sensitive. Okay, so if by chance while poking that sharp thing into your ears, by chance if it hits that eardrum, there are chances that the eardrum can get damaged and permanently you can become deaf. Okay, so if you are using till now, so you stop that, or you advise the others also. If you see anybody, that just eardrum is a very sensitive part, so if it gets hurt, it will become permanently deaf. So in place of that, we can use buds, or you can go to an ENT specialist, ask them to clean. Okay, so don't do self medication, or don't put sharp thing into the ears and get your ears damaged. Or sometimes if you have some ear pain, ache in the ears also, that time also don't do self medication, go to the doctor immediately, get it checked. So if there is any problem in the ears, they will give the treatment and get it repaired. Okay, or give the treatment and make it proper. Okay, so you should not put the sharp objects. And sometimes the loud noise also we have to avoid. So now only you had this Gauri Ganesha festival. So on all the crossroads, they keep on the road, they keep this Ganeshas and put the loudspeakers there, is it not? So for them it is, but for the others who hear that, so there are chances it is loud, is it not? They put the loudspeakers, so it is damage for the ears. So that is when we have to avoid the louder noise. So the ear has some capacity, so it can tolerate until some sound. So if the sound is more, then it can get damaged. Okay, so we have to avoid the loudspeakers. Or during Diwali, they burst the crackers. So they burst this all bombs, atom bombs, is it not? So there also we get more noise. So that causes noise pollution, and it also causes air pollution also. So that noise also we have to avoid. So we have, those people will be bursting, we cannot tell them not to do. So for our safety purpose, we have to keep some cotton in that time, we have to keep some cotton in the ears, or close your ears with your fingers, is it not? So like that we have to do, and we have to protect ourselves, we have to take care of our ears. If there is any problem, so go to the doctor immediately and get the treatment done. Okay, children, so this is about the ears. So next we'll move to the next sense organ, that is also one of the important sense organ, nose. Okay, so nose, this also you know how or what for the nose is helpful, is it not? So all these uses you know, but in this class we will be studying about how the messages, through what the messages will be transferred and how we'll come to know. Okay, so the third sense organ we study about nose. Okay, so what is the use of this nose? It helps us to smell and breathe. Okay, it helps us to smell and breathe. Okay, that is the first use of this. So how this works? Now we are smelling something. How will we come to know, oh, that is good smell, or that we are getting some foul smell? How will we come to know how this nose works? We'll see. Okay, so the upper part of the nose, in the upper part of the nose, there are hair-like structures. So upper part, there is hair-like structures. Hair-like structures, they are called as nerve endings. Okay, so these nerve endings helps us to smell, or helps us to tell what we are smelling. How is the smell of that? So it helps us to smell. So these nerve endings helps us to smell. Okay. Now, when we smell something, okay, so we keep bowl and put something and we smell something. So that time what happens? The particles which are present in that substance will enter into the nose and it comes in contact with this nerve endings. Understood? So when we smell something, the particles which are, what all the things are there in that, what all the particles are present in that. So that will come in contact with this nerve endings. Okay, those particles will come in contact with these nerve endings. That time, these nerve endings will produce some signals. It gives some signals. Okay, it produces some signals. It gives some signals. Okay, they are called as nerve signals. So these signals will go to the brain. You know that our body, throughout our body, there is network of nerves. Okay, so through that nerves, the thing or the signals will pass to the brain. Again, brain is going to process that and it is going to send the message to the nose that you are smelling something, or whatever the smell you are getting, it is that. Okay, so this is how the sense organ nose works. Okay, so in the brain, or sorry, in the nose, through the nose, as I said, in the eyes you have optic nerves, is it not? So in the nose you have a special nerve called olfactory nerve. Okay, so this nerve is present in the nose. So because of this nerve, we are able to smell the things. Okay, so this is about the nose. And then these are the things I wanted to say. Okay, so this helps us to smell and breathe. So in the upper part of the nose, we have hair-like structure called nerve endings. So because of these nerve endings only, we are able to smell what we are getting. And in the nose, there is a nerve called olfactory nerve. Olfactory nerve. So because of that only, we are able to smell. And these nerve endings, when we smell something, it produces some signals called nerve signals. So those nerve signals will send a message to the brain, and then brain will process and then get back the signal, or get back the thing to the nose, and nose will come to know what we are smelling. Okay. Yes. So as I said, in the upper part of the nose, there are nerve endings. Okay. Suppose we have cold. Suppose we have cold, okay, then we say we are not able to smell anything. Why is that? So when we have cold, why we are not able to smell anything? Okay, so when we have cold, the nerve endings, what they are present in the upper part of the nose, nerve endings get blocked. They get blocked. The nerve endings get blocked. Okay, so if it is blocked, the message will not be sent. So that is why when we have cold, we are not able to smell anything. Okay, so nerve endings will get blocked, closed because of that. we are not able to smell when we have cold. Okay. So even this is also the important organ. We have to take care of that. So how we are going to take care of the nose? So if we have any blocked nose, we have cold, we have blocked nose. So we have to go to the bathroom, clean it, sneeze it, so that blow it out. Okay, you blow it out, whatever it is there in the nose, and get the nose clean so that you can breathe easily. Or you can clean it with the handkerchief also. So if it is too much cold, then you can inhale steam. So hot water in a tub or a bucket, you put hot water or put some wicks or the eucalyptus oil into that, and put your head near that, cover your head with a blanket or the towel, and you take that steam, you inhale that steam, you take that steam, inhale that, so that the cold, whatever it is there, as I said, the nerve endings will be blocked. So because of that heat, it will get open, it will get released, and the cold will come down. Okay. And then in the nose also, in order to clean there also, like the ears, we are not supposed to put any sharp object into our nose also. Like the ears, so for the nose also, we are not supposed to put any sharp object, so that it will get hurt and sometimes it will start bleeding. So it is difficult that time. So we are not supposed to put any sharp object into our nose. Okay. One more important thing about this nose is a snake uses its this is about the tongue. Okay. Snake uses its tongue to smell things, that is which it sticks its tongue out. So here, like us, we have nose to smell, is it not? But for the snake, it does not have the nose. So what it does, or how it breathes is, or how it smells is with the tongue. So that is why often it is going to put its tongue out. It is going to put its tongue out so that it can smell. So here for the snakes, the breathing organ or smelling, not the breathing, smelling one is its tongue only. So that is why it is often, it is going to put its tongue out. So through that only it smells. Okay. So that is about the nose. Next one will go for tongue. Tongue. Okay. So what is the use of this tongue? You all know, is it not? It helps us to taste. It helps us to taste. So tongue helps us to taste. Now, how we will come to know? Now, suppose we eat chocolate, we say that it is sweet. Now, suppose we eat salt, we say it is salt. We eat bitter gourd, we say it is bitter. Or if we eat the tamarind, we say it is sour. How will we come to know that the tastes of different things? Okay. So on the surface of the tongue, there are taste buds. Okay. So on the surface of the tongues, there are many taste buds, and each taste bud has millions of nerve endings. Millions of nerve endings. Millions of nerve endings. Got it? On the surface of the tongue, we have many taste buds, and each taste buds have millions of nerve endings. Okay, now wash your hands properly, then take one finger and place your hand on the tongue. You can see that the tongue is very rough there. So that rough part, what you can see there or feel there, they are the taste buds. Okay, so that taste buds has many nerve endings. Okay, so because of this nerve endings only, or because of this taste buds only, we'll come to know the taste of the food what we eat. Okay, so when we eat the food, so when it reaches our mouth, when it goes into the mouth and it comes in contact with the taste buds there. So the food what we eat comes in contact with the taste buds. It falls on the taste buds there. So as I said, those taste buds have millions of nerve endings. So those nerve endings carry the message to the brain again, and brain will decide what you are eating. Okay, so because of this taste buds, because of the nerve endings on the tongue, we are able to find, or we are able to detect what we are eating, or we are able to find out what taste we are getting. So different regions on the tongue have different taste buds. Okay, so here we, as I said, we have 4 types of tastes. 4 types of tastes on the tongue. So there are different, they are placed, or they are put in different parts of the tongue. So your tongue is like this. Okay, so here in some part, so here you have something. So this are different parts. You have different taste buds. It can detect, it can find different taste buds. Okay, so this one is the taste for bitter. So when the food what we eat, when it falls here, that taste bud will send a message to the brain through the nerve endings, and it will understand that you are eating bitter gourd and it is bitter in taste. Okay, so below you have sour, next you have salt, and this one is sweet. Okay, so like this we have 4 senses for tasting. So when the food what we eat falls on the taste buds, so that will send the message through the nerve endings present there, and it reaches the brain, and brain will decide what we are eating, and will get back the message from the brain that if you are eating the chocolate, we'll come to know that it is sweet in taste. Okay, so this is the diagram of the tongue. These are the different taste buds present on the tongue, which has many nerve endings. Through that only we are able to taste. Okay, yes. So this also, how should we take care of the tongue? So the tongue will tell us, or will help us to taste, will tell the taste of different things what we are eating. Then how we have to take care of the tongue? So clean your tongue. When you brush your teeth, you have tongue cleaner. So when you brush your teeth, so even the tongue also should be cleaned, so that the taste buds, whatever is there. So suppose you have eaten the food, there are chances that it can stay on the taste buds only there. So you, when you are brushing the teeth, that time only, if we are cleaning the tongue also, then the taste buds also will be good. Okay, so when we are brushing the teeth, so we have to clean the tongue also. Got it? Along with the teeth, when we are brushing the teeth, we have to brush or clean the tongue also. Okay, and this, as I said, even this also is sensitive part only. So that is why when we eat something, so we are not supposed to eat which is very hot or very cold also. Okay, so we should not eat anything which is very hot or very cold also. Got it? So we have to keep the tongue clean, so that we will recognize the tastes by the taste buds through the nerve endings. And we should not eat the items or the food which is too hot nor too cold, so that it can damage the taste buds there. Okay, so this is about the tongue. So the last part is skin. Okay, last sense organ is the skin. Yes. So the last sense organ, the 5th sense organ, is the skin. Okay, so you all know that skin is present throughout our body, is it not? So that is why you can say this as the largest organ in our body. You can say that it is the largest organ. Okay, the skin is the largest organ. So even this also has millions of nerve endings. So even the skin also has millions of nerve endings. It has millions of nerve endings. Okay. And then it can detect these nerve endings which are present. It can detect the sensations like heat, cold, pain, pressure. It can detect all these things. So it can detect the nerve endings present there. It can detect heat, cold, pain, pressure. Now, if we touch any hot object with our hand, so immediately, as I said, the nerve endings are present. So it will take the message to the brain, and brain will decide, oh, you are touching the hot object, and immediately it will send the message to your hand to take it back that you are touching the hot object through the nerves present throughout our body, and your hand will come to know that you are touching hot object. You will feel the sensation of pain there. Okay. And then especially in the hand, rather than the other parts of our body, in the hand or the fingers, so the nerve endings are very sensitive. So that is why if we get hurt in the palm or the fingers, so it will hurt us more than any other parts of the body, because the nerve endings are very sensitive there. So the nerves are very sensitive there. Okay, so that is why we feel more when we get hurt on the fingers or on the palm. Okay, and this skin also has millions of tiny pores, you can say. Tiny pores, tiny holes. Skin has tiny pores. So through this, the waste water will come out of our body in the form of sweat. So when we do any work, or when we play in the hot sun, or when we do more work, so that time we sweat, or in the summer season we sweat. So that is nothing but the waste which is present in the body. So that will come out through the skin, through the tiny pores, holes like thing. So that will come out. Okay. So this sweat is a mixture of water and salt. Okay. So this is a mixture of water and salt. Bevru we say sweat. So it is a mixture of water and salt. So when we sweat or when we do excess work, so that time through this tiny pores which is present on the skin, the sweat will come out. So that is nothing but the waste materials which are there in our body. So this also, by this, the skin also helps to keep our body clean. Okay, by removing the sweat from our body, the skin helps to keep our body clean. Okay, so again through the nerve endings only we get the message. Message will be sent to the brain. Brain will decide, and we get the message again through the nerves that what we are touching or what we are feeling, whether it might be heat, cold, or somebody beats, you fall, you get the pain. So that pain, or when you are lifting a heavy object, there will be pressure. So it is very weight. It is more weight, we can't lift. So that pressure, all those things will come to know because of the nerve endings. Okay, so we have sensation of so many things. Then it will be our duty to keep our skin clean, is it not? So now also you know that because of this pandemic, we say often wherever suppose you go out and enter our house, we say wash your hands properly with soap, sanitize, is it not? So not only during this time, so it is often whenever we go out and we enter our house, so immediately we have to go to the bathroom, wash the hands or whole skin with the water, soap, so that suppose if any dust is there, it will go out of our body through that. Okay, and then some people the skin is very sensitive for few people. So if they go out in the sun also, they get red patches all over the body. Okay, So they have to take care not to go out when the sun is, the heat is more, okay. And because of using the articles or the things which are used by the other persons also, we get some skin infections, like it may be the towel or the handkerchief or the water bottles or the comb, whatever the one person is using. If other person uses also, we don't know, we may get some infection. It is not that always we get, so sometimes we get infections. So we have to avoid using the belongings of other persons. So we have to use our own belongings so that we'll be free from the infections. Okay. And if there is any problem in the skin, we get any kind of allergy, or while working or while doing something in the kitchen, we get hurt, or while playing, we fall down, we get injury. So we are not supposed to neglect it. So as far as possible, give the first aid in the house itself. So if you don't know, or if it is not possible, or if it is bleeding, if the bleeding has not stopped at all, so that time what you can do, you can go to the doctor. We are not supposed to neglect anything. So it may turn into other serious issues then. So it is better to go to the doctor if the bleeding does not stop, or the injury is deep. If the cut is deep, injury is more. So immediately we have to consult the doctor so that we can take care of the skin. So there are chances that because of that cut, through that cut only, the germs can enter into our body and we may get some other diseases. So you have learnt in the world of microbes lesson, is it not? So through the cut wounds or the injuries also, the germs can enter into our body. So there are chances of that also. So immediately we have to go to the doctor, or if self-medication at home on the first aid, if we can give, so we can do that. If it is not possible, then we should go to the doctor. Okay, children. So this is about the 5 sense organs, how it works, and the uses of the sense organs. Okay. So this completes the chapter. So we'll go to the textbook exercises now. So before that, I'm going to give the homework, today's assignment. Take out your assignment. Write down today's assignment, children. I think in the last class you have written match the following as your assignment, is it not? Okay. Now, so as I said, again I'm going to remind, put the date, children, for every assignment. It is better you put the assignment number also. Okay. So today's assignment. So again, take out the worksheet. Okay. So I think last you had written match the following, right? Okay. Now the fourth main, that is define the following terms. How many you have? 4 you have. So all the 4 you have to write it twice. Okay. So GS, learn and write. Define the following terms. Define the following terms. That is fourth main from August worksheet. August worksheet 2 times. So you have 4, you have to write it twice. Got it? That is the homework today. Learn and write. Define the following terms. That is fourth main from August worksheet 2 times. Okay. I'll just revise that. So define the following terms. Joints. So it is a place where 2 or more bones meet. Next, ligaments. Long fiber-like strap that joins bone to bone. Next, skeleton. Collection of bones that holds our body together. Then cartilage. A flexible rubber-like substance in our joints that prevents bones from rubbing against each other.